Good evening. Welcome to Baseball Park. Harcher State League action this evening. UWA against the Giants of Wanneroo. The Giants wearing turquoise jerseys tonight. Arrived at the stadium. I was a little bit unsure of who was actually playing with the color change, but on the mound for the Giants is Cooper Barber. Barber working quickly, a 1-1 count. Leading off for UWA, for 33, third baseman Tyson Edwards. Edwards staring down the 2-1 count. Barber's pitch down in the dirt will be 3-1. Defensively, the Giants line up like this. In right field, Adam Barberich. Center field, Maxim Fullerton. Left field will be Harry Wooden. Shortstop, Byron Armstrong. Third base is Jake Turnbull. At second base, Chase Bensman. First base, Jacob Santich. Behind the dish, Daniel Stevenson. Edwards draws the base on balls to lead things off for UWA. Batting a second, Jordan Babick. He'll watch the first offering from Barber. Cross for strike one. Yo, one offering from Barber. Fastball swung on. Foul tipped into the glove. Babick down 0-2. Barber comes set. Looks at the runner. Kicks, delivers. Babick goes down swinging for the first out of the game. That'll bring to the plate number 17, Kyle Papst. Kyle, center fielder for the Magpies. He'll swing at the first offering, put it in play. Byron Armstrong will flip it over to second. The relay not in time for the double play, as Chase Bensman's throw not in time. So Papst will be the runner on first, and stepping to the plate will be number 2, shortstop, Riley Spring. Barber will pick off over to first. Santich throws it back to him. Once again, pickoff throw, keeping the runner close. Perhaps taking a big lead. Barber trying to keep him honest and keep him dirty. Fake steal. The throw down gets away from Santich and into shallow right field. Bensman will have to chase it down. Throws over to second. Armstrong doesn't see it until the last moment. Goes off the heel of his glove, but not far enough for perhaps to gain an additional base. So UWA has the first scoring chance of the evening. Runner on second with 2 out. Riley Spring watches the second offering from Barber for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Spring watches ball 3 up and in. Spring will take a base on balls. So runners first and second. 2 outs. Now coming to the plate, Henry Killen. After a 4-pitch walk to Spring, Killen watches the first one. Cross at the knees for strike 1. Killen swings at that offering, pops it up just out of play over the Giants' dugout into the stands. The Giants, Barber, and Armstrong. We'll be back for the bottom of the first after this quick break. Welcome back to Baseball Park. Here in Thornley, Western Australia. Tonight's action is the Giants of Wanneroo against the Magpies of UWA. Magpies threatened early with runners first and second, but couldn't make anything of it. The Giants taking their turn here in the bottom of the first. Adam Barberich, healthy, swing and a miss, faces a 1-1 count. On the mound tonight for the Magpies is Henry Killen. Killen working quickly. 1-2 strikes the count to Adam Barberich. Defensively, the Magpies line up like this. In right field, Michael Albertini. In center field, at third base, and catch made by Tyson Edwards. As I said, Magpies lining up like this. Albertini in right field, perhaps in center. And left field, it will be James Bull. Riley Spring at shortstop. Tyson Edwards at third. DH pitcher this evening grounds out to Riley Spring. At second, Jordan Babbitt. Playing first base, Marcus Brown. And behind the dish, Angus Shand. Now batting for the Giants, shortstop number 1, Byron Armstrong. Armstrong down in the hole 0-1. Watches the second offering from Kellen down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Armstrong got his second season of work with the Perth Heat. Had a great year. He will foul that one straight back into the netting behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count to Byron. Off speed off. We're ready for the second inning. Cooper Barber start things off with a strike there. 0-1 count. Leading off for the Magpies is right fielder Michael Albertini. Albertini will swing through that offering for strike 2. Quickly down on the hole, 0-2. Albertini played his junior baseball for the Wilton Baseball Club, so he's continuing wearing the green and gold as he's moved over to UWA. I think he's in his 3rd season of action for the Magpies. Facing a 1 ball, 2 strike count, Barbarich will throw the fastball and Albertini swings through it. Be the first out of the second inning. Now stepping to the plate, first baseman, number 21, Marcus Brown. Brown swings through the fastball for strike 1. That ball will be popped foul. Marcus will go down on strikes for the second out. And that'll bring to the plate number 43, Angus Shan. Barber working quickly in the second inning. Shan down 0-2 with 2 outs. Puts that one down in the dirt for ball 1. 1-2 offering swung on, connected foul behind the plate. Barber trying to work a 3-up, 3-down inning. Off-speed pitch just misses. Daniel Stevenson thought he had it, tried to hold it a little bit longer. The infield tried to walk off. But we'll get set for 2s across the board. 2 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shan will watch that off-speed one down in for ball 3. Barber delivers. Fastball fouled straight back behind the dish. But Barber puts that one past him. That'll do it for Shand and the Magpies in the top of the second. 3-up, 3-down for Barber. After 1.5, Magpies 0, Giants coming up. We'll be back for the bottom of the second after this quick. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. Giants looking to keep atop the Harcher State League standings. That ball's going to be popped into the air, but it will drift foul out of play. Bull give it his best effort. Kellen working quickly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maxim Fullerton will swing through that offering from Kellen, and that will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Of course, it's a new look at the ballpark as the commuter trains are now running behind the ballpark as well. So it's no longer just the freight trains. Passenger one's running now as well. So as that one passes on that Coburn-Thornley link. Batting for the Giants, number 11, first baseman Jacob Santich. Santich will put that one into play into right field out of the diving Babbitt. Albertini will have to come in and field that one. So Santich will be on board, and that'll bring up number 3, third baseman Jake Turnbull. Turnbull, in his junior career, was a catcher, was signed with the Reds. Spent a few years over in America, but has come back and took a few years off from baseball before coming back last season. Turnbull will pop that one foul, just out of play, bouncing off the top of the dugout of the Magpies for one ball, 2 strikes here to Turnbull. 1 out, runner on 1. Kellen will look Santich back. Santich, nice secondary lead, but not far enough to draw a throw. 2 balls, 2 strikes, as that offering was down in the dirt. Turnbull will foul that one out of play. Other side of the canteen. We'll see if Santich is moving. He's not. Turnbull will watch that one. Draws the base on balls. So the Giants will have runners first and second. This will be their first scoring threat of the evening. And coming to the plate, catcher number 5, Daniel Stevenson. Of course, the up for a ball. The second one will be waist high, inner side of the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count. Runners first and second. Santich takes his lead. And will call time at the plate. And we'll pop that one into shallow center field. On comes Pabst to make the play. That'll be the second out of the inning. Runners first and second. And now batting. The 0-1 pitch. Swung through and missed by Wooden. Wooden down in the hole, 0-2. That pitch up and away for step off the back of the mound. Missed. That'll end the Giants' threat in the bottom of the second. After 2 complete, score is locked at 0. Pitcher's duel. We'll be back for the 3rd inning after this quick Welcome back to Baseball Park. We moved to the third inning of the Harcher State League action on Tuesday night. Second game of the evening featuring UWA Magpies versus the Giants of Wanneroo. Bounces off, fires over quickly, playing a little bit farther back. Put down the hard bunt. Looked almost like it could be in no man's land, but Barber pounced off the mound quickly. As strike one, Barber now white pants, Edwards. The Giants wearing orange letters and numbers. We'll get under that one and pop it in. Giants coming up the bottom of third after this. Chase Binsman leading off for the Giants. 0-0 ball hard down the right field line. Springs throw in the dirt. Brown dug it, but Binsman will reach safely for the first runner of the inning. That'll turn things over to the top of the line. That will go just outside the reach of Babbitt, who was breaking to the bag. Binsman goes from first to third, so runners on the corners. And now batting for the Giants, DH pitcher number 8, Cooper Barber. First 3 innings on the mound. He'll hold it just a little bit around. So the Giants still with a scoring threat as Byron Armstrong steps to the plate. He fouls the first offering from Kellen out of play. Press box. Armstrong down in the hole, 0-2. Swings again and pops it up at the first base side. Brown and Shan gave chase for a little bit before it drifted further into the stands. So once again, we'll get set for the 0-2. Breaking ball remains his first time up. Up but fouled back, so we'll get set for the 1. Fields off over 10 pitches, and that one will be dumped into left field. He'll plate Adam Barber. Armstrong will take his lead off from first base. Stepping to the plate, number 9. Swing again. The 0-1 offering fouled back for strike 2. Kellen, that'll be ground ball. Takes a funny hop. Babic not able to field it cleanly. His throw that went over the head of first baseman. But Armstrong able to get an additional base. Runners on the corners. Jacob. It's looking to, so Santich will be in the hole 0-2, but the delayed steal safely in his favor. So runners now second. Ball over to Henry Edwards. Edwards fakes the throw to one and gets Fullerton coming on the play for the Giants' third run. And that'll bring up third baseman number 3, Jake Turnbull. Off of second base, especially not forced on the ground. Just off the dugout, Edwards could have had a shot at that one. Looked like he kind of gave up on it, thinking it was going to be further reset for the 1-ball 2-strike pitch. Kellen kicks, delivers, off speed. Wild across the board. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on first. 3 runs. But that will be tracked down by James Bull. 1 stranded after 3 complete. Giants 3, Magpies 0. We'll be back after. Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the UWA Magpies, number 17, Ryan Paps. 4th inning. So the Magpies were able to generate a little bit of the lineup that was able to on it. Over, Stevenson will get out from behind the plate to Santich. I thought, realizing he hadn't found it, but was able to put the tag onto. So runners second and third. Michael Albert. Up for ball 2. Watch Albertini as a capitalize and bring back 2 balls. Marcus Brown. UWA. And he died. Barbarich giving chase. Barbarich giving chase. Tried to make the catch before colliding with the face. Tried to make the catch before colliding with the fence. Out. Tried to make the catch before colliding with the fence. Out. Fence. Out. Out. On Tuesday night. That's the end of Henry. Now made the play at the plate. Right center Fullerton came on to make the to end the tried to come in and field the short hop, but managed to go off the heel of his Stevenson taking it into play. So runners first and second of the evening. Finally able to put up a crooked number in the batsman tried foul 0-1 the number in the batsman tried foul 0-1 the trying foul swing through that offering. Right fielder number 7 Adam Barbarich offering chops it foul pit chops it foul pit Barbarich will get under that. Magpies, after getting runners on, jam will be swung on and baseline foul. Let's see, it drifts off the angled fence and into up and away. One ball. And Barber will call for time. At the knees, strike 3. So Barber goes the Magpies 0. Four innings. Leading off the top of the fifth. 4 innings. Leading off the top of the fifth. This evening at this point are Pabst and Riley Spring. Right count again. Point are Pabst and Riley Spring strike count again. On that swing, and Byron Armstrong for the first out. Now batting for the Magpies. Bull watches the first. Managed to catch Steven. Called down for the check to hold back, but one out. Barber's offering the Giants dugout. The 2-2 count. Strike three. These words, the third baseman coming to the plate for the Magpies. It is Edwards. Borderline pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. Will trot on down the plate. We'll dig in here. Right field with 2 out. This is how. Offering high for ball 1. Ball 1 strike. Corner doesn't get it. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count now. Pabst will swing through. They've kept the game within shade. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner. Barber comes set and kicks back off of the mound. Seeing if he could catch the runners home. They do indeed. And that will be ball 4. Pabst is loaded. This is the striking the Giants. The 0-1 offering. Springways off of State League action. Bases loaded. 1-1 count. High for strike. Three one offering.
Daddy, are you talking?
Bases loaded. Number 6. To 1 in bullpen. Houston Magpies here in the 5th, but they Magpies won. We'll be back after this quick break. Leading off for the Giants. On for his second inning of work. Actually, that looks like a defensive change. Fullerton, Santich, the plate for a ball. Three ball. Santich will trot on down to three ball. Santich will trot on down to third baseman, number 3, Jake Turnbull. Strike one. But that will be an RBI double. Second and third, but lands just outside the line, foul. Cortino sacrifice. Edwards, Giants 5. Tal Tarju. Leading off, Teeny. Michael. Is the fastball down and away at the knee. Out. 43, Angus Shand. Magpies made a couple of catches the last half inning. He'll watch the first offering. and the Magpies in the 6th. Jordan Babbitt. One ball, one for the Giants. Chase. Strike. Bensman swing. Play into his left, comes in a little bit, and makes the catch for the first out. Barbarich. Balls, no strikes. Barbarich goes down with. But it looks like the ball. So Barbarich will trot back to the play action. Wanneroo Giants leading the UWA Magpies by a score of 5. Drift outside for ball 3. And trot down to first base. Barber, of course. He'll give that one a ride into deep center. I believe falling backwards to the fence. He got a little bit more than halfway and didn't, but chose not to. Now batting for the Giants. Rich being held close to the bag on the pickoff throw. One ball, one strike. The one over the Magpies. Magpies have done well to stay in this game. Byron laces that one into left field for a base hit. Runners advance 90 feet. So runners. Maxime, wait for a ball. That one, Sky, will end the threat for the Giants in the 6th. No runs, 2 runners left on base. We'll be back after this break. Leading off. We start the inning for the Magpies. Now batting Babbitt. He will single down the left field line, and that's going to turn into a pitching change for the Giants. Swing through that offering from Armstrong. Count now 1. Missing the zone. That ball put into play on the left side. Fitted cleanly by Bensman. That moves Babbitt over to third. Second pitch up and in for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Appears to have struck Riley Spring. Corners. Now batting number 7, Josh Houston. Armstrong kicks, delivers. The 1-0 pitch. That ball hit in. Babbitt will score on the sac fly by Houston. So second run of the inning, third for the game for the Magpies. Score 5-3 here, top of the 7th inning. Harcher, a stately gag. Stop it. Now down in the hole, no ball. Tini looking to do damage. The 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses low and away. Fastball swung on, and Albertini goes down swinging to end the Magpies' threat. Final score, UWA through the stranglehold atop the Harcher State League standings. Be sure to tune back in. Games on a Friday night. And of course, action all Saturday and Sunday as we near the end to be locked in. Of course, I think that final spot you later in the week.